Welcome into Southwest Bias, the only debate show with actual consequences. Let's meet our master debaters.
Today's matchup, Espo versus Derek.
What up, guys? How you feeling?
Feeling great. Feeling like a winner.
Yeah?
I'm here to kick some ass.
Ooh, we're a little spicy
So aggressive.
today.
So aggressive right out of the gate.
As if that's aggressive. That's like the lamest smack talk that anybody could bring in one of these.
It really is.
So,
I'm here to eat chicken tendies and kick some ass, and there ain't no chicken tendies here
chicken
yet.
tendies ain't
There we
served
go.
yet. Yeah.
so we're 1 week into our new format of just you two. How are we feeling the beef has started?
Oh, I hate this man.
Yeah.
I hate him so much.
I didn't need the show to feel that way, Derek.
Yeah. I mean, no, you're right about that, but it's the animosity that's grown recently. You know, our beat meetings will never be the same ever again. It's just us glaring at each other across the table, telling each other that their ideas are stupid, but it's the right level of pettiness, and I'm enjoying it quite thoroughly.
I mean, you can tell me my ideas are stupid, but I'm still the boss, and you got to listen to me, and that's the way it is on this show, too. So deal with it, you fraudulent mayor.
See, that's why I come on the show, so
All right.
I can call you names and get away with it.
I would like to do a little healthy exercise. Let's say something nice about each other before we start. Derek, you go ahead. Say something nice about Espo.
Espo has an excellent sense of fashion, and his hats are very nice.
Espo?
Derek's shirts are next level, unlike his takes.
There you go. Perfect.
Wait. I didn't.
Let's start. Round one. What we got? Our very own Johnny Venerable and Bo Brock have pointed out that yellow has been more prominent in the Cardinals' theming as of late. Should yellow be a part of the Cardinals' new uniforms? Derek, you are the reigning champ, so we'll go ahead and start with you. 2 minutes on the clock starts now.
The answer is absolutely not. The Cardinals need to incorporate yellow into the design. For what purpose? Why? Because of the beak? Are you kidding me here? How about you just try designing a good jersey once in your time? You don't need additional colors. You have red, white, and black. Black being obviously the most popular and the one that you refuse to do the most often. I don't know if you just want to hold back from us. I understand you can't give kids what they want. They'll just eat candy all the time, right? But really, when you have a popular jersey design, maybe you lean in that direction a bit. Maybe you try redesigning your jersey for maybe the second time. I don't know. I know they've had slight changes and different incarnations, but how about you try putting together a jersey, just one good jersey in your time here in Arizona? Maybe something that pays tribute a bit to the state, right? Bring back the Arizona flag. If you want to incorporate some yellow from the Arizona flag, I'm fine with that, but we don't need yellow because of a beak.
Oh, Derek, you ignorant slut.
He's right.
Damn! Look, you hit the nail on the head in contradicting your own argument here. Yellow needs to be in the uniform because they are the Arizona Cardinals now. And the Cardinal inherently isn't an Arizona iconography, right? It's not something you think of when you think of the desert in Arizona. But the yellow is on the state flag. The state flag in the 90s used to be on the arm of the uniform. Yellow needs to be in the color palette because of that flag. It's the one thing that ties you to the state that you proudly call home and have in your name now. You used to be the Phoenix Cardinals. You decided to embrace Arizona, embrace the yellow in the flag, put that flag back on the uniform, and go back to a classic, clean look that you had in the 90s. Give me a slight revolution or renovation of that former look and give me something simple back. We've had these awful looks like the Atlanta Falcons crapped on another set of uniforms kind of thing since 2004. And I don't care that you went to a Super Bowl, you won divisions in that uniform. It was ugly. So give me something that harkens back to the classic look and give it, I mean, even K1, Kyler Murray, said he loves those uniforms. And guess what? Yellow's on them. Give me those.
Espo, once again, doesn't understand the assignment, which I'm not surprised by. We both know that they're not incorporating it because of the Arizona flag. They're incorporating it because a Cardinal has a beak, and the beak is yellow, and they have big beaks in the stadium and more yellow, and they're not doing it for Arizona, and that's my problem. It's stupid, and it's useless. If you want to go ahead and honor somebody or something, honor the state, That's, like I said, that's fine. You might have said I countered my own. I'm just talking about putting a goddamn Arizona flag on it or some version
that
of the
has
Arizona
yellow
flag.
on it.
Whatever, that's fine, but I don't care. We're talking about actually adding yellow to the Cardinals color scheme itself, which is dumb. Also, if you want to honor somebody, maybe you throw some more Pat Tillman, memoriam, the kind of things on there. Like, we want to honor this team's history and the important parts of its history. They haven't won a championship in their time here in Arizona, but there's other things that they can do. Also, stop changing the other team's colors to match the Cardinals. It's not a good color scheme in the first place.
Guess what? Cardinals don't actually have yellow beaks either. That's the irony here. Most of them have red or gray beaks from what I understand, and yellow actually was a design choice for the logo, but that's why you do it for the flag. The yellow and the flag should be on the uniforms. You are the Arizona Cardinals. Bring it back. I'm all for it. And if you look at the draft hat with the red and yellow, it's beautiful.
He pointed it out. The yellow is stupid.
Yeah. Play fair,
Sorry.
Derek. Follow the rules.
Sorry.
Shout out Rick in our Discord. If you're not a Discord, go ahead and become a diehard. Go phnx.com/diehard. You can only be in the Discord if you're a diehard. He says that this new format needs a championship belt, and I know Derek would be all for that.
1,000%.
Yeah. Saul needs to approve that budget.
Yeah,
so I'll
come
get
on,
working on
let's
that
go,
right
Saul.
now.
All right, time to get into round 2. What do we got? We got a two-parter for this. Is Kevin Durant injury-prone, and does it hurt the Phoenix Suns championship aspirations? Espo, 2 minutes on the clock. We'll go ahead and start with you.
Kevin Durant is 100% injury-prone. There's no way to argue against it. He's missed 323 games in his career in the regular season. And that's a huge amount. And we've seen it already here in Phoenix on a fluke injury. He is injury-prone. But he's so vastly talented that it doesn't matter, because when it counts, he rarely, if ever, misses time. He's only missed 11 playoff games in his entire career. OKC, in Golden State, in Brooklyn, has only missed 11 playoff games. This guy is going to help the Suns reach a championship either this season or next season, and it's not going to matter how many damn regular season games he plays. It's going to matter the 16 wins that he plays in the playoffs for this team. His injury history is a regular season thing and should not impact the playoffs if history's told us anything.
This question is not debatable. It's simply facts. The answers are yes and yes. How can you not say that Kevin Durant being injury prone doesn't potentially impact the Suns, considering what they gave up for him, considering Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson are no longer Suns? Look, Kevin Durant is entirely too good of a basketball player. So life, like Dr. Ian Malcolm said in Jurassic Park, had to find a way. And the way that it limits him is by making him injury prone, right? That's the unfortunate truth of the matter, because he is one of the greatest basketball players of our generations. There's no question about if he's injury prone when you look at his history. Were the Suns being careful with this particular injury, considering that he is more important to them in the playoffs than maybe they would have had this injury occurred in the playoffs? Sure, but that's not the point. The point is that Kevin Durant is absolutely injury prone, and he is absolutely vital to the Suns' championship run. They cannot win the championship without him. So if he is injury prone, yes, then it is going to impact the Suns' playoffs.
You're 100% right that he is injury prone, but you're wrong on the second half of this here, right? You say life will find a way. Well, Kevin Durant will find a way when it comes to the playoffs. He averages 29.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, 4.1 assists when he plays in the playoffs, and he plays on most occasions. He has rarely missed playoff games, so I do not worry about the injury history. A lot of it is precautionary that they take when it comes to Kevin Durant, either here in Phoenix, when he was in Brooklyn, or when he was in Golden State. The only time was the Achilles in the finals that was the one true playoff injury, and I don't think that we're going to have to worry about that. Kevin Durant is going to find a way to carry this team to a title either this year or next year. Kevin Durant is the answer this team's been looking for, and Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson had an opportunity here to win a title, and they didn't.
I hate the position that this puts me in, being both against my favorite player in a way and against the Suns winning a championship. But I will do what it takes to win any round of this show. And I will say this, Kevin Durant is the Slim Reaper, but you know the other nasty nickname that most of you call him on Twitter, and that's Mr. Glass.
That's AD, not KD.
This man is potentially going to break down in the playoffs, right? And that's a fact. The fact is that the Suns were a much more well-rounded team at one point where one injury outside of Devin Booker wouldn't impact this team as much as Kevin Durant not being a part of it. Now, if Kevin Durant does fall due to injury and isn't able to play in the playoffs, you can't say that the Suns have a very good chance of advancing past any team.
All right, Derek, you can see the rest.
I can see the rest of my time to the jury.
All right, going into round 3, chat. Remember, your opinion doesn't matter anymore. It's all about me. Round 3, what do we got? Oh, Chuck. Him and Kevin Durant have been going back. Well, he's been going at Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's occasionally responding on Twitter. What do you guys think about Chuck? Obviously, great basketball player, but is he actually a good NBA analyst? Mayor, we'll start with you.
We have plenty of analysts, right? But I'm going to say that Charles Barkley is important as an analyst on TV because he's such a unique brand of shit talker. And honestly, everything that he's been doing, it draws attention. Yes, it makes it a bit too much about Chuck. But that's why people watch Charles Barkley on whatever he does. What do you watch us for? You're not watching us for the professionalism. You're watching us for the exciting takes that I provide here for you on this show. You are watching to hear me drop F-bombs and that not to see my, that's Jesse does the analytical stuff, right? But he's necessary. And there's always going to be people like him in sports that provide a different opinion, a different take. And it's always going to be a little controversial. It's always going to be a little spicy. But he really is one of the few people that can get away with a lot. And that's the reason why it makes him unique. Charles Barkley is who he is, and he has been this way since he was on the court, since he debuted in the NBA, since he was in Philadelphia, since he was in Phoenix. Everywhere he went, everything he did, he's always been this person. And that's the reason why it just makes him a pretty authentic, unique brand of analyst that you're not really going to get from a lot of people.
It's amazing how the jabroni, a.k.a. the false mayor, a.k.a. Derek Montilla, can be wrong when he's right. It is unbelievable. Charles Barkley is a terrible analyst. He is terrible at breaking down basketball. That is not why he's there. He is an entertainer. Hands down, that is the only reason he's there. And to call him an analyst is a complete and utter joke. He's there poking at the bear, trying to piss off KD because it makes great headlines. And he's smart enough to know that. But he ain't breaking down basketball. He claims he doesn't even know who Richie Hachimura is. And he says that because he's totally an entertainer and trying to poke the bear. There's Richie nothing Hachimura? Else. He's a forward for the Lakers.
His name is Rui.
Richie, whatever. Doesn't matter. The point is, I'm not an analyst. I'm an entertainer, just like Chuck.
Hold on 1 second to be an entertainer. Gilbert, this is really live. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Gilbert.
I'm just going to tell you that he's not an analyst. To put him in that bucket, to act like he is farcical at best. And this is from a guy that idolized Charles Barkley and still loves the man, but he's not an analyst. He's an entertainer. You're wrong.
I'll say this. You can call jobs whatever you want to call them. We know a lot of people that are analysts aren't really analysts. Some people call me a journalist, which is laughable at best. But what I will say is that Charles Barkley does speak about basketball during basketball games and thus qualifies him for whatever job title you want to call it. You all know some of you out there have job titles that are meaningless when it's compared to your actual job.
Like the mayor?
The point is the mayor is an important job title, and I need it around this place with these maniacs. But Charles Barkley provides us with takes on basketball. He breaks down plays. You may say not well. That's an opinion. However, everything else he does adds a certain amount of excitement to the game that you're just not going to get anywhere else.
Charles Barkley is a personal attack artist. He's just attacking Kevin Durant for who he is. And it has nothing to do with basketball. So to look at him in that light and say he's anything other than entertainer, and it's not a job title. Analyst of basketball is somebody who breaks down basketball, who talks basketball. He's calling Kevin Durant sensitive. What the hell does that have to do with basketball? You know who's sensitive? Chuck. When you tell him he has 0 rings and KD has 2, and KD's about to win another one in the city he couldn't get it done in. You can take the rest of my time,
Damn.
Shane.
Well, I'll take the rest of your time and thank the chat because they were very funny today. They made me laugh out loud multiple times. Also, I see some people talking about the Suns. If you guys want to talk about the Suns on our actual Sun show, PHNX Suns pregame show at 6:30 tonight.
Yeah, don't call us analysts, though, because
Yeah.
we sure as hell aren't.
All right. Well, as I said, chat, there is no poll anymore. The poll is me. And last week I thought there was a massacre. This week I think there was another one. But that's just my opinion. We'll go ahead and announce the winner. The winner of Southwest Bias, version 2, episode 2, is Espo.
No, come on.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Massacre.
Shane, that's why you're so good at what you do over there, and you're fantastic behind the Mac. The mustache is perfection. This jabroni got nothing on me. You can make it 1-1 now, and you're going to be the one doing the bet at the end of all this in April. You're going to have to do that. And if we get a belt, we're going to have to size it for me because I'm going to be the only one wearing it.
I need a belt extender for that.
All right, you guys good? We good?
I'm not good with you, but I'm good with, I guess.
Oh, whoa,
I'm just saying.
I love that Derek has now made 2 fat jokes in the history of this remake of the show. Lowest common denominator. Guess what, viewers? I'm fat, and I know it.
10 pounds of monkey crap in a 5-pound bag is not a fat joke.
Sure it's not.
Guys, you can follow Espo on Twitter at Espo. You can follow Derek on Twitter at Cap_Caveman. You can follow me on Twitter at Shane D. Follow PHNX_sports across all socials, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We are live at 10:30 usually, every Wednesday, every single week to yell at each other. Guys, been a pleasure. We'll see you next week.